Namaskaram. Happy Pongal and a Happy New Year to all. I hope the coming months of the year will bring normalcy back to our lives. After a satisfying first season of Guruvara Guru Parampara, we are entering into the second season, this time a little on a personal level. After my mother and Guru Srimati Jayashree Nair, the next person who took me to the world of art is my first music teacher, Srimati Sarayu Srinivasan. Srimati Sarayu Srinivasan, Sarayu Mami, to her students and to the Mumbai dancers, is essentially a Mumbaikar, now living in Chennai. An avid student of Carnatic music under Srimati Alamelu Mani, Sarayu Mami was an inseparable part of the Mumbai dance circle. An excellent singer, the number of arangetram she has sung for, number of stage performances she has accompanied, and volume of dance songs she has recorded are innumerable. As a music teacher associated with the Fine Arts Society Mumbai, Nadanjali Chembur, and BRR Sabha Anushakti Nagar, she has trained numerous students till she left Mumbai a few years ago. Once in Chennai, she continued her musical activities with added rigor, teaching music and accompanying doyens in the field of classical dancing like Sri C.V. Chandrasekhar Sir, Nandini Ramani and others. For me, Sarayu Mami, I know her from the time probably when I was 4 years old. She started teaching me, and after a while she asked me to join the Chembur Fine Arts, where I continued learning from her. And probably in my 5th and 6th standard itself, I was all ready to have kacheris during the Navaratri seasons at Ahovila Math and Sringeri Matham. That was the training that she used to give me. Pakka, she used to literally make us, by heart, or even, get it into our head that the sangadis or the songs, that was the way she used to teach all of us. After she left, though I did continue learning from T.R. Balamani Mami, thanks to the pandemic here, that I got an opportunity to start learning again from her online. And I'm so blessed that I'm able to learn her forte is all her Padam Javalis, because that was her forte. And yes, one more thing I have to tell you here before I start interaction with Sarayu Mami. She introduced me as a school girl only. During Amma, she only used to sing for our arangetrams and all programs of my mother's. And she introduced me. You have to sit with me and start singing. And she gave me that confidence to start singing for dance programs. I was only in school, probably in 9th standard or 10th standard maybe. That's when she made me sit beside her and do arangetam programs. So I'm so indebted to her for giving me that confidence of being on stage and singing at such an early stage. Thank you, Mami, so much. Anyways, I will take you all to the interaction that I had with Sarayu Mami.
Namaskaram, teacher.
Namaskaram, Sujata. Blessings to you.
Thank you, teacher. I welcome you to the second series of Guruvara Guru Parampara. In the first session, teacher, we had spoken to research scholars, and we were talking on certain topics which I had shared in our YouTube channel. When I started with the second session, I thought I wanted to talk to my own gurus under whom I have learned so much from them. So I thought this was a right platform where I could share all those things to my students and also to any other artists or rasikas who would be listening to these interviews, teacher. Firstly, I'm so much thankful to you for accepting this session, for doing this with me, teacher. Thank you so much, teacher.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here. You're one of my finest students. I'm so happy that you called me to do this with you. Let's start off. Yeah.
So my very first question, I think, would be about if you could share a little about your journey in music, like as a student under whom you have, I know you have learned from stalwarts. So if you could just,
Oh, yes.
talk a little about.
I started learning my music at the age of 8 with my Bhagavatar. Chellamani Bhagavatar was one of the, perhaps the most lyric teacher in Bombay, in Matunga. I was born and brought up in Matunga, which is totally a music and dance oriented place. School was only secondary to us. So, eh, so the dance school was very close to us. The music school was very close to where they were living. So my father chose Matunga as the place because we have so many daughters. He wanted all of us to be in the fine arts. So I started learning my music at the age of 7 under Sri Chellamani Bhagavatar, who unfortunately lived for a very short while. I was with him. I could learn for about from age of 10 to 7, 8 to 19. I could learn with Sar. Then he passed away at the age of 38. Then immediately his wife, Srimati Alamelumani, took over the classes, and I was one of the leading students with her. Till today, I have crossed 75. I'm still learning whenever I get a chance to learn with her. And she's my one and only guru. One and only guru. No changing over to learning from anyone else. She has been my teacher. I will always cherish that. That's my music growth. Of course, we have performed number of concerts, and I took an interest to singing for Bharatanatyam at one stage. So many of my friends were dancers. So they said, when you have this kind of a music, I think we should use it for Bharatanatyam also. Because in our school of music, we not only learn kritis, we have specialized in the padams and the javalis. So that aspect drew me towards singing for Bharatanatyam, because that is full of abhinayam. So naturally, when we sang, maybe when I talk also, I do a lot of abhinayam on the face. I can never put up a straight face and talk. So that's how it has been. And so I took a liking to singing for Bharatanatyam, and I had very close friends in Bombay, like our Jayashri, your mother, who was a wonderful dancer. And then Rajaradeshwari, the main dance school in Matunga. It's they who wanted me to come and sing for them first. So I went there and slowly switched over, and then I sang to so many leading dancers in India. I moved to Madras after some years. Then for the past 22 years, I'm in Chennai. I moved here when I was 54. Till then, I was only a Bombayite. Even now, I am a Bombay person anyway, that I have to say that. In Chennai,
I remember the amount of programs you've been I have seen you from the time probably I was 3.5, 4, because I started learning from you music.
yes.
So I've seen how many, those days it was always Sari Mami who was there for any dance programs, any, best class programs, it has to be Sari Mami singing, so that was the way you were, and quite a few recordings also with Amma you have worked.
Oh, yes. I've done so many recordings of Jayashri. Yes, yeah. Anyway, that's my good luck. That's my good luck that people always thought that when there is a good performance, Sari, you must sing. So anyway, that's my good fortune. I can't say that I am the best singer. So many are there.
No. Because I remember even after you went to Chennai, there was a time when I had a recording when I got to know you were in Mumbai. I utilized that time and made you sing quite a few, one entire Margamode recording we managed doing, if you remember, teacher. So that I still cherish and I still perform with those cassettes where you have sung for me, teacher. Yes.
And it's
Teacher,
a pleasure
when
to
I'm
know all
talking
this.
about dance, teacher, I have a point to ask here, because the moment you told about singing in dance and you learned, you are a wonderful singer, and with Alamil Mani teacher has also, been your mentor. Uh, how did you consider singing for dance and about the kacheri singing? Because there was always been this kind of thing, ki kacheri paadra vare dance ke kalam paada kudadu or paada mudiyadu. This kind
That's
of
so,
thing.
that,
You what
that's totally
there?
Yeah, that's totally a wrong notion. Singing for Bharatanatyam needs a lot of creativity in an artist. No, we are not, we are now on the platform and we sing for the kacheri. We are singing the song that we have learned. So that will be, it's just like, after that we put the swaram, we sing the ragam, we put the swaram and other things. But in Bharatanatyam, it is very challenging. A dancer does the padam, for example. Now I see, now I remembered Professor Chandrasekhar, he would do Kana Kankoti Vendum, Kabaliin Bhavani. Okay, that's a sentence, first pallavi of the song. Kana Kankoti Vendum, Kabaliin Bhavani Kana. He would say that. If I would just sing this line, he would enter with a Swami, Kana Kankoti Vendum. And this one line, he would tell me in the rehearsal that, Sarayu, I will be doing this line. So you sing as many times till I change over. We have never practiced. So he would be coming, and that particular line, maybe he would have done 25 times. I have to sing 25 times with different variations according to his movements. So this kind of a creativity in music for a good singer and a good dancer. See, there are small children. We may do arangetra, maybe we have big fixed items with them because we can't keep changing for them. They are new to the stage. So we have to adjust. But for a senior dancer, it is very challenging for the singer. It's very, very challenging. So I still remember, when he would do a movement, I have to change the way of the Sankati also. Kana Kankoti Vendum. He would just run around the stage with God on his thing, and he would come and settle down in front. So the movement of the body should match the music. I just can't sing the Sankati as such. So that is the creativity of a singer for dance. So singing for dance is not a small thing. If the singers think so, they are absolutely ignorant because they have never tried that. I have taken this as such a pleasure to sing for dances. For a good dancer, I know for Sujata also, I have sung a padam. She has done padams and javalis with me. It's not easy. I have to respond to her facial expressions. I just can't sing away like that. Not like singing a padam on the stage. So dance singing is a challenge.
With this, because you specifically mentioned also Chandrasekhar sir, I know you had a very long association with him from the time you went to Chennai. So I'm sure, with working with such a stalwarts, like you said, you also had your entire, you could show your range of, your range of music also, right, teacher?
Yes.
Something very, probably, especially he was known for even the other languages because he's from Baroda, not Hindi, Marathi,
Yes.
those songs also. So you have also experienced those kind of singing everything, correct, teacher? You were part of all those experiments, right?
Yes, yes. Like even for Ganesha Stuti, he would take a Tulsidas number, like Gaye Ganpati Jagavandana. He would just enter this thing, Gaye Ganapati Jagavandana Shankara Suvana Bhavani Nandana. Then he would start a jati, this is a Bharatanatyam. He would start a jati for that, and then we go back to Gaye Ganpati. You see, that is the creativity of the artist. He was a great person. So even when he takes the Hindustani items into Bharatanatyam, he will see to it that it is fitted into Bharatanatyam. That's the way it was. It was a pleasure working with him.
You have done dance also, no, teacher?
Me?
You have even, yes.
I was one of the Rajarajeshwari students.
Oh, wow.
Govindaraja Pillai was there, and he was the first teacher there. My sister is the first student of Rajarajeshwari. My father was very fond of fine arts, So he wanted all of us to learn something or the other, like dance or music. And he found that I'm singing well, I've got a good voice. So he said, don't go to Bharatanatyam. I can't teach everything to all the girls. So my sister went for Bharatanatyam, but still I went to the classes. Up to Jatishwaram I learned. Then I realized that that's not my cup of tea. I think I should learn music. So I came away too. Otherwise, I know what is Bharatanatyam. That's the reason I enjoy singing for it so much. Even
So
today.
did you anytime sing for your sister, teacher? Did you anytime sing for your sister, teacher?
No, I don't catch your point.
Did you anytime sing for your teacher, for your sister?
No.
Oh.
Because age difference is so much, She's much older to me. And also my father was not for that kind of arangetrams and things like this. You learn the art, that's all. When there was a group or something with the school, at that time, Rajarajeshwari, they had some old people singing for them. I was too young at that time. When I became old, of course I have sung for them.
Absolutely not old, teacher. I know when I have your classes, the amount of energy that you have now also. I think the next generation should actually see this and learn from you, teacher. Seriously. No, you should not be saying this, teacher.
It's a pleasure.
I remember as a child, I started learning with you as a private student, like you please, and then you put me to an institution, like you said, you come to fine arts, you get into competitions or exams, you can go better into it. So on that context, only what I wanted to understand is you were teaching in an institution also, right? As a musician,
I was
as a
teaching
music teacher.
in Bombay. I was actually teaching when I moved out to Chembur, after my marriage and I settled down there. Then I was teaching in 3 institutions in Chembur. I was taking classes at home. You see, the problem in Bombay with the musicians, we never had a platform to perform. If we wanted to become a famous singer, we have to move it to Bombay. Madras, that's what many singers have done from Bombay. I don't want to name them. So if I had to be a leading Carnatic singer, I had to move to Bombay. So whereas at least dance platforms we had. So for singing for us, for a Carnatic platform, we had only some places like Bhajana Samaj, Astika Samaj, and such places in Bombay only we would perform. Any Navaratri or any festivals, Chalamani Sar and Alamai students always took the first place for performing. We were the most leading singers, but only in such places because we never had a big platform. But as teachers, we were all perfect teachers. Our institution, so Chalamani sir, I would call him a Alamaram. He was a banyan tree, and we are all his Virdugal. So many of us are teachers from Chalamani school. You will not find that with, I don't want to name anyone, from other institutions. Whereas we are all, so many of us to mention. Like there is one Padma Ganapati, she's running an institution on his name. So like that. So when I came to Chembur, people immediately Chembur Fine Arts wanted me to come and teach for their class, music class. And then BRR Sabha, that's one of the that's a Sabha where there are worst critics of music. They were running that Sabha. They called me to teach. So I went there to teach. Then music teacher, Professor Chandrasekhar, he is not Professor Chandrasekhar, that is a dance master. This Chandrasekhar is a music teacher. Yeah, in Adanchali. He started an institution and straight away he called me. Said, please come. So I was, at that time, I was handling 3 institutions plus my students at home. So all these, I started at the age of 35. Now I have crossed 70. I'm still carrying on my teaching. Even now I have my online students from abroad. From America, a few students are learning from me online. So my teaching profession goes on and I'm happy. Okay. So I think that will continue. After all, for dancers, at one stage, they may stop performing. But even now, I see Vaijayanti performing. What a class dance. Even she, at 85, she does. So even for dance, I won't say age is a bar. No. Hema Malini, I have sung for her. I had the pleasure of singing for Hema Malini, Bharatanatyam. She's a very good dancer, very beautiful. When she does Kamakshi, Swarajati, when she comes and stands on the stage, you see Kamakshi Amman. Such a beautiful person. I have sung Kamakshi for Rajarajeshwari also, for Lata Neelankandan. She's the first one to whom I started singing for Bharatanatyam. And the first item that I sang was Swarajati Kamakshi. You know?
Okay.
So, yes, that was the first item I sang. That Kamakshi Amman's Anugraham is there for me even today. So it's like that, singing for Bharatanatyam simultaneously and teaching classes, that has kept my music strong. I am not one bit worried. I was an AAR artist also, but then I am not one bit worried that I'm not getting a big platform like a music academy or anywhere like that. Who cares about it? No. Anyway, see, it is like saying in Tamil, "Ettada palam pulikkum." It's not so. It's not so. If I got a platform there, I would have been happy naturally. Who is not? But here you don't have to go and keep chasing people for chances, If the chance comes to you, fine. If it doesn't come to you, you don't have to go after the people, Sabha people, and give me a chance. No. I am happy with my profession and I have my own name. I have made a name. So, especially for dances, singing, Sarayu singing, yes, it had a name. And I thank your mother for it. In many ways, I would thank Jace. You know what? I didn't know much about, I used to come and sing for dances, but I didn't know the theoretical aspect of dance. Your mother told me one day, come to my class. There is an examination. I'm going to conduct exam for my children. You will be the judge. I said, what do I know about it? She said, mommy, you know so much about dance. You have not tapped it. Come. And when I went there, I felt I knew. Like the Pataka, Tripataka, Ardha Pataka, all that when the children say, I said, I think I know all this. And slowly, I used to be a regular judge for Jayasree's students' exams. So like that, theoretically also, I started learning so much about dance. I must say this, it's because of Jayasree.
I remember those episodes where you used to come as examiners and we as students,
Yeah, in the temple.
Side.
In our temple, we used to have exams, and those children used to get scared of me, thinking as if some big dance examiner has come.
Yes, because of course, no teacher, because you had such an aura in you, so people used to obviously, and you genuinely, judged or examined each every one of them, because that was always, that is how we did it also, no teacher. And
Yes,
teacher, I have
that
so
way, for many music.
memories to tell about being with you. So I have something to ask you at this juncture, because Simon, because you are always being part of Amma's recordings or dance programs, or Amma's always done a lot of ballets also, and her acquaintance with Kadirvelu Masterji,
Yes,
being with. So you
when you
had a
tell
lot.
his name, what a
Yeah, you
great
had a
master.
lot of time to be with him, and he was very fond of you, I remember. So, how
Yes.
was
He would
certain?
say,
Can you just
Sarayuma.
share?
He would call me Sarayuma, Sarayuma, Sarayuma. First day, believe me, my talam is pretty strong. They are used to singing padam. Singing padam is a challenging thing for talam, because the talam just goes on. You don't fit into the talam with the kanakku. The padam goes on. It is into perfect talam. So to sing a padam, one has to have a challenged talam. It is that difficult. So that part, talam wise, I was not worried. But when I met Kadirvelu sir for the first time, there was some Komli Mami. He used to come regularly to Chembur to her house. There, he said, Sarayu, you come and listen to him. You try and sing for his Tilana. Tilana? Okay. And he said, this is the first line. Tadim, tadim, dim, tatirana, tirana, 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 tadim, tadim, Brunava Saranga. And first two lines he allowed me to sing. Then after that, the cross-side cutting of his thalam, I was perplexed. I said, what's going on? My talam is somewhere, his tattu is somewhere. How am I going to match this? It took a long time for me to understand Kadirvelu Sar's talam. But once I understood that, I think that was that was the climbing steps for me to sing for the topmost for the Bharatanatyam, because it's very difficult to sing for the Tilanas. I experienced with the Balasarasi Devi School, Nandini Ramani. She is also, their school of Tilana is very different, with a different speed. And with that kind of a speed, the Kanakku were also pretty tough. And I could take all that only because I have worked with Kadirvelu sir. And in Bombay, Nalini Raghu, her work is something remarkable. Creativity. What creativity? She would compose her own Varnam and she would come and tell me, this is the Varnam I have composed. Beautiful. What challenging. Very, very challenging Nritta. Also Padams, Javalis, the way she would handle the children. When she teaches them the Padam, she would choose such Padams which are only apt for that age. That kind of a teaching. Working with Nalini was a real, I have no words for it. In Bombay, that is one.
Yes, he was, I mean, at those days, she was the best. All of us would want to aim at being like her students, as children, we used to want to.
I remember, you know what? These are the things which people would not even say, but I want to say here. I don't know whether I'll get one more opportunity to talk like this. Rajarajeshwari, Mahalingam sir was a very open-minded person and a very nice master. He would tell his sons, Vasant, even Vichu and others, you go and see Nalini's Nattuangam. You will definitely learn things. See, that is the Guru. You say, go and watch her.
Yes.
You just see how the way she tells the jatis, also the choreography of the jatis. Kadirvelu play. She is something like Kadirvelu's Chela. So, you just go and see, and also her own creativity. She's not just taking only Kadirvelu. It is her own creativity. And how she would do the jatis and with at ease, at ease. So they all would come from Rajarajeshwari, the whole Jingbang will come and sit in the front row to see Nalini's Nattuangam. So I have worked with her for years. That's another feather to my cap, really.
Yes, I remember so well, and absolutely right what you're talking about.
Yes.
I regard even I have for her. So much I've learned from, maybe not on a personal level, but always I have seen her and got a lot of inspiration. Very true. Yes, and Kadirmaji was a person, something that anybody who could, and I remember Masaji was so at ease when Sarima, you are there to sing. Kavale pada vendam, when you are there means you can have a tension. Ellame correct will go in talam also. No tension, so that kind of a thing. Similarly, your acquaintance with Chandra Mama, I mean, that was the theme with Amma. Chandran uncle, the Mridangam,
that was a team. You see, for a Nattuvanar, especially, of course, Kadirvelu sir, he was a master himself. He wouldn't bother whether Sarayu sings properly or Chandran gives her. He knows his work. But for some people, now for example, Jayashree is a very good teacher. She would teach so well. On the stage, if she has Sarayu and Chandran, she has two strengths. Her two big, heavy shoulders on the shoulders. She would be so confident on the stage with Chandran and Sarayu on the stage. So that confidence the Nattuvanar must have. She has prepared the children. But then to give the right reproduction on the stage, especially for Arangetram, how many Arangetram she has done? So this Arangetram is the first thing and when the children come on the stage, they are so confident. So that extent she works with them. I've seen the way she slogs. She was not well, very bad health. She wouldn't care about herself. But then her students are students. Her life itself was her students. That is Jayashree. I remember. Then there was another one, Deepak Majumdar, to whom I have sung. He was highly creative, very creative on the Abhinayam. He was not like that. He became a fatso. But with all that, with a as a Ganpati, when he comes on the stage, he would really look a Ganpati. But the way when he starts moving, you forget his fat figure. That is the kind of dance he had. Very powerful. I have worked with him. That's a real pleasure for me. So this way, when I talk about the dance part of my life, I think I've had the best of it. But no regrets at all. I've had the best of it. And then my music career, when I came to Chennai, my teacher used to regularly come here. And for nearly, it is 30 years now. Since for 30 years, I have been singing with her on the stage. I have been with her like a shadow. ஒரு பக்கத்துல உட்கார்ந்து பாடுவேனே தவிர I would never overlap or I would never ditch her even one bit. I would just keep looking at her because, see, when the singer sings, you don't have to. Mostly she would stick to the the Kirtanam format, like this Sangadi is twice, that Sangadi is once, because someone else is following me. Sometimes, even if she happens to miss Sana, I am very careful about it. That's how the singer has to be. So this way, I've been with her for near 30 years. Concerts I've sung with her, traveled with her extensively. We gone up to Cleveland and performed. She got the Brinda Award. Actually, she's a disciple of, after her husband, she became the disciple of Srimati Brinda. That is the school we belong to, Brinda Mukta School. It's a very tough school, Dhanammal Music School. It is a very challenging, tough school. Okay, any Kirtanam one would present. I am not saying that ours is the best. I am not saying that, no controversy on that subject. But then, when we sing, that Kirtanam is different. It stands out. People feel it, That's how it has been. My music has been with her. So எனக்கு ரொம்ப கேள்வி ஞானம்னு only when I was young, till I was 20, 22, till I got married, Shanmukananda was the main place where I would hear, where we used to hear all these stalwarts in music 2 days. Shanmukananda had 6,000 audience members, 6,000 members. The Sabha had only 3,000 chairs. So all the artists like M.L. Vasnakumari to M.L.V. to M.S. Amma, to everybody would come for 2 days to perform together. So both the days I would go and listen to them. That was the best listening aspect of my life. After that, I didn't much bother to go and listen to the concerts. A lot of creativity with children, I don't blame them at all. But each one is trying to know how best, what I can do next in the next concert. That is the only thing. They don't want to, improve their way of singing. There's so much competition, what they can do anyway. So I don't enjoy listening to music except my teacher. So that has been the treasure. One ragam like Purvi Kalyani, I have heard her singing like, 5-6 varieties. It's not like fixer ragam and you sing. No. The ragam depends on the kirtanam that she teaches. They sing, she's going to present. So it will be based on that kirtanam. So that way, it's not only Purvi Kalyani. You take about any ragam like Athana, we know about 10 kritis in Athana. When she sings Athana, it is so different. That's the way I have listened to my guru, sitting behind her and singing with her. What else a student wants? You tell me, what else a disciple wants? She calls me a disciple. She said, "You are not my student. You are my disciple." இதை விட ஒரு பெரிய காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் யாருக்கு கிடைக்கும்? So that is my music journey. I am happy that I am not worried that I am not gone to big platforms and performed. Not at all. This is my achievement, a small achievement in music life. And
amount of music students that you have also created, teacher. Your teaching style was so very different. The way you used to teach, like I don't remember, you asked me now, I think it was even for me a revelation after so many years when you asked me to sing a song
yes,
on Vijayadashmi
you
Day.
did.
I actually could.
So you didn't forget.
It's because of that training of yours, no, teacher. Allah
because see, that's the way we were taught by our master. I would go back to my Chelamani sir. When I was hardly 10, we used to sing such difficult kritis, She would say, Swati Tirunal, Smaramana Sapadmanava Charanam Satatam Smaramana Padmanabhacharanam. This is the Sangati he taught me when I was 10. That means that much confidence on the child, or the teacher thinks that they can take it. He would give it to us. We have to. See, he might take about a month or two to finish a kriti. Then after that, you say, oh, the kirtanam is over now. Okay, practice 999 times. That's what he would say. So, at 75, I remember the kriti. Even today, if I teach Sujata, I know what I've learned from Chalami sir. So Sujata sings the song which she has learned when she was 10 with me. I was surprised when you sang on that day, Subramanian Rakshitoham. Adani Paditini? That's what you sang.
Kamakshi Padinom, yeah, teacher.
Kamakshi also. Kamakshi, Swarajati. Is it easy to remember? Huh? What is Swarajati? So that's it, you know. That is the way we should teach the children. Not just finish the song, don't give them numbers. Numbers have no value. It is what product they've got. If Sujata has learned about 50 kritis only, 50, they are 50 Ratanangal. They will stay as 50 Ratanam with her. That's how it should be. That's how I have learned. I have learned about 300, 400, 500. I don't know the numbers. My teacher has taught me. But every time when she would come there, she would have some 4-5 concerts here. She would make a list and come. 5 concerts, 5 different sets of kirtis. In that, you know, that many kirtis, at least I'll get a 2 bonus. She'll say, these two songs you don't know? Take it. She would teach me. So when she comes to perform here, I get bonus. That's how it is. She knows, she's very confident.
I guess that generosity was no, teacher. And the Kalata, that generosity was, that is how that generosity was.
Generosity. Right? That's what I'm saying. How many kritis? Whenever I go to, sometimes for a dance trip, I would go to Bombay from here. I will immediately go to my teacher only. That is my Anga Poyachana and the Vaigundata Serikadi. Avargita Peduan. Anga Pona, friend parted. She would generously give it. I don't have to beg. That way, what padangal? How many padangal? I still remember some of those padams, you know. Like, and she would teach us with so much of, you know, she is a person, when you look at her, you won't even know. At least I make some movements, face movements. My teacher, when you look at her, you won't even know that she's singing. Even when she sings a padam with so much of emotion into it, you will not find anything in her, any change in her facial expressions or eyes. No, whereas I do it. Maybe because I have sung for dances, that could be my weak point. You never know. She would say, you know, she sings a padam. Nidirayil Sopanatil Netru Ratiri Nedai Vidinil. The words Nidirayil Sopanatil Netru Ratiri. It was yesterday night. So it cannot be Netru Ratiri. No, it will be Netru Ratiri. It was yesterday. And the expression of the word when she sings the padams. So I keep looking at her. Instead of reproducing what she has taught me, I just keep looking at her, how she brings out the words. There won't be any expression on her face, but the words come out like that, with expression. That's a kind of music, you know. I have lived with it. Ade swasichirken. Innikum I am able to talk like this with a strong lungs means that's the music. Sujata. And I remember when you wanted to learn music, your mother's biggest desire was that you should sing for dances also. I said, don't force your child so much. She's too young. Let her learn and enjoy life. No, mommy, adella she will do it. She will take it. I used to see the confidence of the mother. And you did it. Isn't it? The encouragement that she gave you, you did all that. That's how it should be. Yeah.
Teacher, I just wanted you to, if you could just give a what kind of teaching or a training a child or a student pursuing music must have. Like this generation is a very different generation, teacher, right? So on that basis, can you just give some kind of an advice or something to that generation of students, or even for us to know how to continue till how you are singing now also, at that time also, if we could be able to sing in that same rigor, so what one needs to do.
The thing is, see, teaching is is the best form of learning music. You need, you correct yourself when you teach. A teacher improves herself when she teaches. So don't ever think that you have taught this child. Every time when you teach a child, you see that the child attains a perfection in that particular piece. They must learn it perfectly. Make them repeatedly sing the same. They may think, oh, now I've got it. Some children have got that attitude, that I want to learn this song, that song. No. What the teacher teaches you is the best song for you. They must only learn that. Don't come with a list say, with the very first they would say, can you teach us Bhavayami? For Bhavayami Raghuramam learning, is it that easy? You wait. You go through the list of varnams that you have to learn. Make a meticulous way of teaching. Let them learn each year. Varnams is the biggest strength in music. When you teach the children, you tell them when the child comes to you for learning, you tell them it's a highly disciplined institution where I teach only this. You have to go through these varnams. 10 to 15 varnams you should know. Okay, in between you may get one small kritis, which is only very near to the varnam, like close to varnam. Hamsadvani you teach, after Hamsadvani varnam, you teach them Vinayaka, they can take it. That's all. So don't expect any such big things from me. I have got my own way of doing it. With that discipline only they should come. With that discipline, even if you get 4 to 5 students, you'll be happy. Instead of having a big list, big batch of 40. No. The more the numbers, like, my teacher used to say, you are happier in a chamber music, not with a big audience, because they are close to you when they hear you. So that way, with lesser number of students, you are happier. You can bring out more stuff. Don't increase the numbers. And even if you should see that each one is attended to when you teach. That is very important. Individual attention should be given to each child. That's how we have learned. That's how it should be. Okay. This is the best I can say. You have been very fortunate that you've learned you got the music from the right school of music. And also for some time even into Balamani Mami. Balamani Mami is also a very nice teacher. In Bombay, there are two Manis, Alimelumani and Balamani. There were two Manis. Unfortunately, she's no more. But so you had your good fortune of learning also from her. Very good. You have kept it well. Practice your music well. Not only dance, you teach music. That's where when you teach music, your music improves. You understand? Your music improves only when you teach, not just keep singing. By singing, your creativity at one stage dies. Oh, yesterday's concert, I've sung this. Today I'll sing. Tomorrow I can sing the same what I have sung in this concert. You don't add up to your knowledge. You teach. When you teach, you want to improve yourself. So be a good teacher in Bharatanatyam as well as singing. And I bless you, Sujata. You're God's gift to Jayashree. And you're such a lovely child. You're a very lovely child. The respect, your Guru Bhakti is something par excellence. I have seen you with so much of Guru Bhakti, the way you talk to people and all that. God bless you. That blessing will be always with you. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.